Hey everybody, I'm Steve Human with Superhuman Customs, and we've got something a little bit different today. We've been doing some really big ones. We did Bane, we did Azrael Batman. We're gonna be doing Wonder Woman next, but I wanna do something a little bit smaller and easier this time. And I've got a figure that you guys have probably never seen before, because it's a character that doesn't exist outside of my own imagination. This is Purge. This is a character that I came up with when I was like 14. And I bought this figure. It was actually see-through, it was a G.I. Joe. I bought it at a yard sale and decided to make a Purge figure because, you know, he's mine. But what I'm gonna do today is, I've always wanted the red here to stand to like be 3D. I literally customized this like 5 or 6 years ago. I did it with Russ, who you've met. This was the first one that I really got into, and I did an okay job on it, but what I've always wanted to do, I kind of added little highlights and stuff here to make it seem like it would stand out. Well, I'm actually gonna make it stand out. I'm gonna use fabric paint, and I'm gonna go over this, and I'm gonna redo this red. And I want to do this because I kind of want to show that so many of us have our own characters that we've thought up. Or we have, you know, we'd love to see ourselves as a superhero. Customizing is an opportunity for us to be able to do that. Like I've showed you before, the me figure that I had, the Rocketeer head, and I had a leftover Lex Luthor body after customizing. And so I decided to make a version of me as a figure. And I really appreciate that figure. So I wanted to do this so that you can see how easy it is to just kind of make your own characters. Because especially with McFarlane's, there are so many ways to just put them together. So this is just kind of a look at that, and it'll be nice and quick as we go through and use, you know, fabric paint, which is a little bit more plastic, a little bit different medium. But hopefully it'll inspire you guys to just kind of make your own and say, hey, this is a character that I developed when I was a teenager, and make a figure of him, because it is really cool. This is you know, very special to me. And I'm thinking about doing it with a McFarlane, of finding some base McFarlane figures that I can actually make this guy as a McFarlane. So hopefully we'll be able to do that in the coming months, and you guys can join me for it. But let's jump right in, get this guy done. All right, so we're just gonna be using this basic fabric paint. And if it doesn't quite match the red, I've got my other paint. I can paint over the top of it, but I think it's gonna be okay. So first things first, I'm gonna pop off. These are just tacks, literally, that I pushed through his plastic body. Because in the original artwork, as you can see, he has those, I don't even know what they're called, but he has those gold sort of things holding his cape in place. So I'm gonna come in here, and I'm just gonna follow down this line with the fabric paint. And the fabric paint will go on thick. So I'm gonna try and be as gentle as possible. So I'm really squeezing and nothing's coming out. It came out really easy right at the beginning. There we go. Whoa. All right, I might have to paint this on, because this is not working the way that I thought it would. So let's just paint it on, which is not what I wanted to do. Dang it. I'm gonna wipe it off. All right, that's a good thing. It came right off, so that's good. Let's try it again. Let's knock this stuff off. All right, so the goal is to have this come out nice and slow, and for me to be gentle with it. There we go. And have it not be too poppy like that just kind of popped a little bit. I am liking the thickness of the paint though, I really am. It's not going on as smoothly as I wanted, honestly, but it's giving me the look that I was after originally. So let's go around the back here a little bit. All right, I'm gonna try and smooth some of this out now, just in here. So like right here, I've got a little clump. Everything else is looking more or less the way that I wanted to. And it's actually hitting the light in the way that I wanted it to hit originally when I added those fake little shine details. So I'm actually pretty happy, even though it's not, you know, it's not, I mean, I could have taped it off and done all that, but I didn't want to do that. This is just a quick fix, but I'm kind of liking that. All right, just that simple. Got his cape back on, and here we go. Now, obviously, I could have taped him off if I'd wanted to and tried to get things absolutely perfect. Oftentimes, this is just not me. If I got an idea, I'm just gonna kind of do it. So they are kind of a little squiggly in some places, but it's got the look that I wanted. It's got the 3D look. It just makes him look that much cooler for my personal figure, for Purge. And now after doing this, I really am excited to create a McFarlane version. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna have to think of, because it's gonna take probably parts from different figures. I don't know. It's not something I literally have thought about until right now doing this, but I'm definitely gonna have to do it. And that one I will probably tape off and make like perfect because it'll be, yeah. But this looks really cool. I'm really happy with how it turned out. Feel free to comment on your thoughts. And if you guys have your own characters that are original that you've come up with, start customizing it and make those figures. It is so much fun. It gives you like a connection to your childhood, a connection to your own creativity. Well, I'm Stephen Human. This is Superhuman Customs, and I'll see you next week.